What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and today finally, as promised, we will be doing the review of Red Hood chapter 2. So let's go ahead and start this, and to be honest, I'm really excited because as I told you, this is the birth of a new shonen series. It's my first time experiencing it, and it looks really good, guys. It looks solid, it looks promising, it looks that it has a lot of potential, and this chapter number 2 delivered. So let's go ahead and start. Well, we basically start where we left off last chapter, with Grim telling VELOU if he wants to become a hunter, and we have a little recap about the world. Like, we have werewolves that like to eat humans. We don't know how they came to be, but the guild's mission is basically get rid of every werewolf alive. After this little recap, Grim basically says, VELOU, come with me, let's go, I need you in the guild. We have a secret plan to get rid of all the werewolves, but I cannot tell you because you are not a member of the Hunters Guild yet. And that's when we have actually, this was a little nice twist because I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting VELOU to go, oh yeah, sure, this is going to allow me to protect everyone and just like kill every werewolf alive. But it's a nice surprise to see him saying, no, I want to stay at my home, because if I'm gone, there's not going to be anybody else to be able to protect them. We were just barely able to afford you as a werewolf hunter, and we don't have any money. Now the mayor is dead, like everything is in chaos, and I would like to be here to at least try to protect everyone if another werewolf comes, or to see what I can do. That was a really nice surprise, and we can see a little bit more of his personality and his development as a character, because at least these two chapters he hasn't been an annoying main character, like, I don't know, like super loud or super clumsy. He's centered and he has his goals. He wants to protect his family, which is basically the village, so that's always nice to see in a character. Even though he's little, I guess he's like 10-11 years old, he has strong conviction, so that is always good for a long story, which apparently this looks like it's going to be like super massively long, like I guess like 400 chapters or something like it, because it looks like the world they presented to us last chapter is immensely huge. So let's I could be wrong. This could be like a 100 chapter series, or they could be cancelled in the next 2-3 chapters, but it looks, and I want to believe that it's going to be like 300 plus 350 plus chapters. Yeah, after VELOU says that he wants to stay home, Grim is like, no, please come. He starts shaking him like, if you destroy all the werewolves, this place will become safe. And VELOU's like, yeah, that's true, but if I leave, there's not going to be anybody here, and I want to be here. And Grim says, okay, so basically there are two things stopping you to join me. Is the fact that there's nobody here to like guarantee that the village will be a safe place, and you don't trust me. And VELOU says, yeah, basically that's it. And Grim is like, okay, if I solve those two things, will you come with me? And VELOU says like, I guess so. And Grim basically just stands up, apparently saying like, okay, I'll take care of that. And she says, for some reason, like, keep the mayor's axe, it's precious. And VELOU is like, yo, what do you mean it's precious? This theory time, I guess this could be related on how they, like, you know, last chapter we saw Graham using like hunter tools or something like it, like the little muzzle with the lion's face that was able to pick up scents and tell you what that bone or blood belonged to. So I guess this is like kind of how they make those tools, and that's why Graham is saying to VELOU, keep it. We could think that it's because it has sentimental value and everything, but I think that it could also be because since it had contact with our werewolves or something like that. We don't know how all this tools thing works in this manga, but it could go in that way. I wouldn't be surprised if it does. So it's a really nice, interesting thing to keep an eye on. And this is when we are presented to another set of villains, which are going to be named Naraoya and Dodo. That's actually the chapter name, Naraoya and Dodo, or Dodo and Naraoya. And we see that they are different, they have different forms, they have a different fur color, which I don't know if that's representative of like a werewolf's power or strength. Who knows? But we see that every werewolf has its personality, which is always nice to see. It's not like, oh, we are all werewolves and we think the same and we are basically clones of each other. No, it's really nice to see that the bad guys have their own personality. And yeah, we basically see Naraoya crying over the granny because she's dead, that she was nice to them even though they were like stray werewolves and they didn't belong anywhere. And they basically said, wow, but now since Granny, which was like the owner or like the werewolf that had that territory of the hamlet, they say, well, you know what, now we can go to the hamlet since it's nobody's territory anymore and kill every single one of them. They devise a plan and they see like Bell and Grim in the distance and they think, no, they are not paying attention, they think they just won, they are off guard, so we can take this opportunity to go and attack the hamlet. I mean, to be honest, I'm liking a little bit of Naraoya's character because it's kind of goofy, but it's not like dumb, it's just like goofy. And the faces that he made in this chapter, one especially, it really got me laughing a little bit. So it's really nice to see that kind of character and contrast, because Dodo is like more serious, more like malevolous, if you want to call it like that, and Araya is more like easygoing and goofy, so it's kind of nice to see. And then we basically see Naraoya, like the chubby werewolf, attacking the village, and we see that Dodo transform into his human form. And since we know that when a werewolf attacks, all the people in the village gather in a place to like devise a plan that, and maybe like just protect everyone and make sure that nobody is like outside, so they're all confined in a place. Dodo infiltrates them as a human form, and he knows that since there's chaos outside, all the hunters are going to be outside trying to kill the werewolf attacking, in this case Naraoya, and the people are not going to be paying attention on who's getting into the safe house and who's not there. So this is the perfect plan and opportunity for Dodo to kill everyone inside the little confinement house, and Naraoya also breaking havoc outside. So a really nice plan, but that's when we see Grim arriving after the funny face that Naraoya makes, which you'll be seeing it right now. It really made me laugh, I don't know why, showing a little bit of his personality, like he's going crazy, destroying everything, like I'm destroying everyone, I'm going to kill them, and then he stops and like, yo, this guy is really annoying, and then continues going like crazy. I don't know, it just made me laugh a lot. But then we see Grim saying, oh, I need your bell, because like the Watcher was ringing a bell alerting everyone like there's a werewolf coming, there's a werewolf coming. And Grim basically just grabs the bell and just smacks it on Naoya's head or something, because I was not really able to distinguish where was she hitting him. I just saw like boom, kaboom, and that's it. I was not really able to see where exactly was she hitting him. It looked in the head. I guess that's the obvious spot to hit a werewolf with a massive bell. Yeah, she hits him. Then Bello appears suddenly inside like the little house, and Dodo is like, yo, what the hell, how is he here? Wasn't he in the mountains like digging a grave and doing whatever else? And then he's like trying to calm himself down, because like, yo, like he hasn't seen me before, he doesn't know who I am, so he's not going to suspect anything. But then that's when we find out that, yo, Bello really treats the village as his family, and because of that he knows every single one of the people living in the village. So as soon as he didn't recognize Dodo, he just say, you know what, it's you're the one I'm looking for. And we see a little bit of a flashback explaining how they return back to the village. Basically Grim saying like, yo, there's two werewolves watching us, pretend you haven't noticed, show me the shortest way to the hamlet, but that path has to be like not visible to the werewolves, so they don't know we're coming back. And that's when we have a little bit of an explanation on how the werewolves work. They say that they are territorial creatures, and basically they don't go lurking over another werewolf's territory. In this case, this happened because Granny died, so that territory became available, and that's why these two new werewolves came to the hamlet to claim that territory as theirs. And after this we see Bello saying like, I recognize you, I haven't seen you before in my life, so if you're pretending to be my family, I'm going to spot you. Like, I'm going to know you're trying to deceive us. And basically, the chapter ends with Grimm and VELOU saying like, we're going to hunt them all and we're going to protect the hamlet. I mean, this was a really nice chapter. We see a little bit more of VELOU's abilities and his personality, which is always nice. We see new villains and a little bit of how they work, how werewolves work, and we see Grimm, which is apparently really interested in having VELOU with them, because she said that they needed everyone available to help them. But still, if you think about it rationally, VELOU is still a little kid. Like, he may have the guts and the brains, and apparently his ability, if you want to say it like that, it could be that he has really good memory. He's still maybe he has like a strategic value, but I don't think he has like firepower value. Like, I don't think he is fully able to like take on a werewolf, like a real werewolf by himself. He was able to take Granny because, as we know in this chapter, Granny was already old and she wasn't that strong and blah blah blah. So that's why VELOU was able to like get away with it. But I mean, I don't think VELOU is going to be able to take a werewolf, like a really big werewolf, a nice werewolf, one-on-one and win. So probably this is going to be another theory of mine. Maybe VELOU has some secret knowledge that he doesn't know of, or maybe he is related to Grimm in some way. I mean, I know it's stretching it a little, it's a little bit of a long shot, but still it's a possibility. And I mean, we know how shonens work. Like, it has to have an special, like the main character is going to have like a special connection to some kind of power, some kind of knowledge. Maybe his father is like, we know that all shonen characters don't have family because they were killed, but maybe his fathers were the founders of the Hunters Guild, or they had some secrets about the origin of the werewolves. Like, it's bound to happen. Not that I'm against it, but it's bound to happen. It's really predictable. So it could go that way, or I could be completely wrong, and this is shonen is going to completely change the structure on how shonens work, which that could also be really good. But as things stand for now, I think like this is going to be the case, and one of these possibilities or options are going to be coming true later on in the story. But yeah, guys, really good chapter. I'm really enjoying this. The art is good, the villains are good, the main character's personality and character are really good, pacing is good, story is good, world building is good so far. I'm really digging it. Hopefully this series goes a long way, and yeah, it's going to be a pain waiting 1 week for it to come out. So with that said, guys, thank you very much for watching this review. Hope you liked it. If you like my content, feel free to subscribe, and I'll be seeing you really soon in a new video. See you later, have a nice one, bye bye.